Donald Trump is going to win big. But who do you think is going to come in second? And do you think that Rubio? Do you think that this is the last chance Rubio has to kind of stay in the race?
Well, yeah. Well, I think that Donald Trump should win Michigan.
Okay.
And Mississippi should be a place that Cruz wins, but Donald Trump has taken the whole South, so I've got to say that he's probably going to win Mississippi.
Okay.
Idaho is a toss-up because even though they make potatoes, that's the whole Corn Belt area,
Right.
and Cruz has done very well in that area.
Okay.
But it'd be great. I tell you what, if you want to slow down Cruz's momentum, take Idaho tonight.
Yeah.
So that would be great. Hawaii, I don't know.
Who knows?
It's a caucus. Like 5 people show up to vote.
Right.
So, but Trump has got resorts in Hawaii.
Right.
So that might go well for him.
Well, we'll
the
see.
real competition in this race is Cruz going forward, and I think that Cruz will probably place third in Michigan,
Okay.
and second in Mississippi,
Okay.
First or second in Idaho, and third in Hawaii.
Awesome. Well, we'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be an exciting night. Bill, I know you got to run, and I want to thank you for putting up with the little technical issues we had here in the studio. Again, my engineer is on vacation, so thank you. You want to give everybody your Twitter account?
Sure. My Twitter is I go under Bill Mitchell.
Okay.
But my handle is at Mitchell VII. That's Mitchell MITCHELL, and then VII like the Roman numeral 7.
Awesome. Well, listen. Thank you I'm going to keep track of you on Twitter tonight to see what's going on. And you're the first page I go to in the morning. So I'm definitely going to be keeping tabs on you. But listen, I want you to come on next time if you have a little bit more time and we have less technical issues. I want you to come back on. Thank you for coming on.
Okay, no problem. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, have a good night, everybody.
Take care.
Bye, Bill.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So Laila, there you have Bill Mitchell. He was talking about, the KKK stuff that's been going on in the media and how foolish it is. I'm going to welcome in right now. I think this is, hold on one second.
Yo, you got Mr. Pinko here.
Mr. Pinko, how are you, sir? My next guest. Mr. Pinko, say hello to Cristina Laila.
Cristina, how you doing?
How are you, Mr. Pinko? Good to talk to you again.
Excellent. And I got to do a shout out to Bill Mitchell. I really want to thank him for all the retweets of all my work online on Twitter with all my videos and all that crap.
Awesome. He's awesome. He's amazing. He's always on his game and stuff like that. But we're running out of time here because we had a little technical issue at the beginning. Laila, let's get into Trump, the Hitler roundup basically. How many people are calling Trump a Hitler? You have all of Hollywood. You have comedians like Bill Maher and Louis C.K. calling Donald Trump a Nazi and a Hitler. I know you studied this. Let's talk about that a little bit here. I mean, how ridiculous is it?
Well, first of all, Louis C.K. makes a living off of joking about pedophilia, which is, any abuse towards a child in that manner is probably one of the most evil things a human can commit. So anyone who's following him and taking him seriously at the question.
Right.
To compare, he also said that Hitler was a virtual unknown when he got elected,
right,
which is ridiculous because before Hitler was elected, he fought in World War I. He attempted a coup in Munich in 1923. He tried to seize power and he failed. And the failure ultimately led to his imprisonment, and that's where he wrote Mein Kampf. So after he was released, he started gaining a lot of popularity by promoting anti-Semitism, and that's when he formed the Nazi Party. So to say that he was an unknown and he was just some hilarious guy with a comb over, I think that's what he called him, is ridiculous. Yeah. He wasn't an unknown. People knew who he was and what he stood for. Yeah,
and this is what I don't get. I mean, we've known Donald Trump for how long now? I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah. The whole thing is absurd. Hold on one second. We got a call on the line. How you doing, caller? Where are you calling from? What's your name? Hello, caller. Where are you calling from?
You still got Mr. To let you know.
Mr. Pinko, the other call dropped. No, it was another call. They just hung up. I guess they were just listening in. But Mr. Pinko, what do you think about CK and the comedians like Bill Maher? Basically running with this leftist narrative about Donald Trump being a Nazi, comparing him to Hitler.
The usual narrative, which they can't use, which they used against Sarah Palin, is He's an idiot. He's a stupid. He's a dummy. That's what they call Republicans that run. They ridicule that. There's got to be some way to ridicule a Republican,
right? And
that's their MO.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they can't use that against Trump because the guy, made $1 billion empire himself, and you're not a dummy when you do that.
Right. Yeah. If you think about
the Hitler thing, I think they're just slinging it out there, Adam. I don't think it's not going to stick. The ordinary schnook person that's voting out there is not going to go, oh, look at Trump. Oh, he's just like Hitler. It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's really annoying, especially, there was an article out today. It says Trump campaign pledge, Nazi salute comparison. Basically, at all his rallies, he has people pledge that they're going to vote for Donald Trump, and they had photos of him all over Twitter, basically comparing him to a Nazi. So I posted a collage of people getting sworn in, like presidents, all these Democratic presidents getting sworn in. Really, this is what it's come to. Laila, did you read that article?
Oh, yeah, I saw that, and what's ridiculous is that the Nazi salute was mandatory, and they actually set up special courts to punish people who refused to salute. Right. I mean, they were sent to concentration camps. So to compare people raising their hand and excitement at a rally to Hitler's Nazi salute is shameful.
Right.
It is. Yes.
It's ridiculous. Hold on. I got a caller. Caller, where are you calling from? And what's your name? Hello? Caller, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hi there.
Hi.
Is it myself?
Yes, you have a question? What's your name?
My name is Michael. Actually, I just joined the conversation.
Okay. You have? Do you have a question for us for the guests?
Well, yes. Actually, I'd like to throw some information out there and then
quickly, please.
Just put a question.
Okay, quickly.
I've been taking American Common Law class for about 4 years now.
Okay.
And we talk very heavily about the American sovereignty
mm-hmm.
and about how people are the co-tenants and the tenancy in common of the sovereignty.
Okay.
I want to know if any of you out there are familiar with the idea of there being two organic law systems that have infiltrated America. One being called Lex Populi, which is law of the people, and the other is Lex Regia, law of the ruler, which we let go years ago.
Okay. Cristina, you want to, I know you're the expert, Cristina. You want to touch that?
No. No, I've heard people argue that our common law has been replaced with maritime law.
Okay.
That's kind of a complex subject to get into right now, but I've heard lawyers argue that.
Yeah, that is a cop. Mr. Pinko, what do you think?
I'm not an expert. All I do is when I get sued, I represent myself, and I win all the time. That's all I know.
That was a pretty
sort of like Trump when it comes to that.
I know that was a pretty deep conversation. I think that's a topic for a whole show. I think we need to dedicate a whole show to that. I need to do a little bit of research for that because that was pretty deep. We got another call here. Caller, you're on a silent majority. What's your name? Where are you calling from? 205 number. Where are you calling?
Okay. This is Edgar Fish.
How are you? You have a question for our guest?
Yes. Whatever happened to Godwin's law? Liberals are always talking about Godwin's law, and all of a sudden it gets to this election and they want to compare Trump to Hitler. And hold on, this anyway. They want to compare Trump to Hitler.
Yeah, you're breaking up there, brother. Hello.
What happened to Godwin's law? Why was it suspended?
What happened to Godwin's law? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, where this guy named Godwin came up with a thing that said anybody that can be compared with Hitler will eventually will be. And so liberals adopted that, and anytime you use it to refer to one of them, they cry Godwin's law, but here they want to use it against Trump. Or recall Trump and they want to suspend it. I see on the Daily Coast from a few days ago.
All right, that was pretty deep. That's too deep for me right now. What do you think about that, Cristina? Christina?
I mean, let's get back to the original topic because I think we're
veering off here. I don't have a call screener today because my call screener is out, and about having dinner with somebody. But I don't have a call screener, so I'm flying blind. So I apologize. So let's get back to the topic about the Nazi stuff like that. I mean, you have everybody calling Donald Trump a Nazi, and then you had Ann Coulter. She came out with a perfect. I mean, she basically slammed the Democratic side. Christina? Did you get to read the article that I sent you?
Yeah, I saw it. She did a great job putting it back into the court, the Democrat side.
Right.
They're calling for Donald Trump to disavow David Duke, and no matter how many times he does, it's not good enough. I mean, what do they want? His firstborn?
Right.
And they're constantly going after Trump for some man who isn't even connected to him, who hasn't even been in the KKK since, 35 years or so.
Right.
Who uttered Donald Trump's name. He didn't even endorse him.
Right.
And she pointed out rightfully that, here's Hillary pandering to cop killers, the Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And the Democrats are always aligning themselves with race baiters, tax evaders, other organizations that if the Republicans even got close to would be called out. Right. And like I said before, Al Gore's father was a Klansman, and he filibustered the 1964 Civil Rights Act right next to KKK Robert Byrd. No one questioned Al Gore while he was running for president.
Exactly.
Where were all these people aligning Al Gore with a Klan when his own father was a Klansman and actively fought against the black community?
Yeah, and
I have a question. Why doesn't CNN disavow Van Jones? They gave him a job.
Right.
This is insanity here. Here we got Van Jones criticizing Donald Trump, and he's a hashtag Never Trump guy. So now you got Van Jones, a devout communist, with a hashtag Never Trump, and who's joining in with them? We should be shaming the guys on our side, the Jonah Goldberg, the National Review, and the other clowns. What's his name? Eric Erickson, and all those clowns. We should be disavowing them and shaming them that they're in the same camp as Van Jones.
Right. She makes a great point in her article. I'm going to read it right now. She says, I'm not aware of David Duke ever inciting a mob that went on to commit murder. Al Sharpton has, and no Democrat can run for president without kissing his ring. More than a decade after Duke quit the KKK, Sharpton inflamed anti-Semitic mobs in Brooklyn, Crown Heights, mobs that were 4 or 5 times larger than the entire national KKK membership, fueling several more days of riots, during which a man whom the crowd believed to be Jewish was murdered.
Right. And where's Al Sharpton? Hired by MSNBC, right?
Yep. It's crazy.
So, and then we got all these attacks on a good man. I mean, Donald Trump is a good guy. I mean, he's a guy that has plans to fix America and fix all its problems.
Mm-hmm. There's another good piece that she writes here. She says, she says, David Duke has never been accused of rape. Hillary's most prominent supporter has. Will she ever be asked to disavow Bill Clinton? That's
great.
That's a good one, right? I love it.
I love it. We should do disavow Bill hashtag for Hillary.
Oh, we should definitely do that. Let's get that started. Let's get that trending. I'm gonna attempt to take another call here blind. But 321 number. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hey, good evening.
My name is John.
Tony Lorendi. I'm calling from Melbourne, Florida.
You're calling from Melbourne, Florida. What's your question?
Yes, sir. I do follow Miss Laila and Miss Mitchell on Twitter. I was going to ask Miss Laila. I noticed there's quite a few feminists that kind of attack her, and she does a great job at defending herself.
Okay.
I just wanted to know where's all this anger coming from towards someone like herself?
Christina?
Oh, the feminists who attack me?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Well, I definitely fight for women's rights, and anybody who follows me can see that. But what I'm against is this third way feminism and who has turned into just a man bashing. And I stick up for men.